metric pricing, you'll want to take into consideration under pricing, if you were to go to set this up, there's a different section in here, and I'm just going to make a copy of the initial KCW pricing. I'll give it a name of, let's go, metric melamine, or mel, and we'll just click OK. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in and edit that, and we're going to take a look. There's a couple of places that you'll want to make some other changes that you would not have with the regular pricing, and that would be under a section here. Let me just resize this a little bit. It would be under instructions, and if you go to general, you're going to notice that we have a place here to where you can set whether or not it's in inches or not. It says most settings on this page should not be changed unless you're doing metric. Well, in this case it says 4 IN, that's for inches, and if you wanted to put something in metric, this would be if it were your spanners. Let's say your spanners are 104 millimeters, you'd go 104 mm for millimeters, and then you'll notice there's a minimum depth of cabinet before the drawer box is factored. You want to change that. Then you have a little lineal divide factor, square divide, and cubic. Well, depending on the price method you set up, you don't want it to divide by 12 inches or 144 inches. You'd want to use some kind of metric equivalent, such as 100 millimeters, 1,000, so that when it divides the actual length of the run, it would use this number or this number, and which one you pick would determine how you're actually pricing it and what factor you're using, what method. Now I'm going to go to 100 here. If I use a square divide for square foot or square millimeter, we just come in here. Come over here for cubic divide, we'd put a different factor, which would be right here, and that would be cubic millimeter right here. So once again, you'd want to set these numbers first so that when you go in anywhere else in the setup, such as the general setup, and it asks if you want to do by material or by the foot cost, and we go by the foot cost, at least now we know under cabinets, when we go to our different cabinets here, that when it says lineal, that is actually taking into consideration millimeters, not just lineal feet.